Off. 2 years ago, a Black Creek man had his arm severed by a beam that fell on top of him while working on the 441 bridge project. Doctors at Theta Care and Nina were able to reattach his arm in an operation that's rarely done in this area. Alexandra Burnley introduces us to Tim Schrader, who's determined not to let his injuries slow him down. Alexandra?
Aaron, the beam not only took Tim's arm off, but it left him with broken ribs and a collapsed lung. While recovering in the hospital, Tim was put on medications that wiped out his memory for 2 weeks after the accident. When Tim finally left the hospital, he returned to his old life, which he had to learn how to take on in a new way. Pain radiates through Tim Schrader's arm down to his fingers day in and day out.
Some days it's better and some days it's worse.
But it doesn't stop him from working on his farm or working in construction, doing most of his work one-handed.
I enjoy working with my hands. I could not take an office job. I couldn't be cooped up inside. I gotta be able to do something.
Oh God, he'd drive me nuts.
What he can do with his right hand is helped by braces like this one.
This brace is allowing me to run the tractor plus stretch my fingers and my thumb at the same time.
His wife, Therese, has answered the phone twice to find out Tim was being rushed to the hospital for construction accidents. His first one happened 14 years ago and left him with broken ribs, a broken collarbone, and a collapsed lung.
But he came home. I mean, I could have just as easily became a widow that day.
Tim says he misses being able to scoop up his grandchildren, but he sets goals for himself for what he can do with 2 hands. Through the pain, he keeps working, the true definition of mind over matter.
My goal is actually to run a chainsaw again. I know I'll probably never reach it, but if I can run chainsaw, I can do anything.
Tim says to this day, he still doesn't know what caused the beam to fall on top of him. He sees a physical therapist twice a week. In the studio, Alexandra Burnley, Local 5 News.